The date is set for an historic summit between North and South Korean leaders. It will be just the third since the Korean War. North Korea's Kim Jong Un will meet South Korea's Moon Jae-in on April 27th. It'll happen at Peace House on the South Korean side of the demilitarized zone. This week, Kim met Chinese President Xi Jinping for the first time in Beijing. Tracy is there. Good morning.
Good morning. The main event for Kim Jong Un, of course, would be a summit with President Trump. And Mr. Trump has said he would like to meet the North Korean leader by the end of May. We sat down with U.S. Ambassador to China, Terry Branstad, to talk about the high-stakes diplomacy.
I think we've got to be very careful in dealing with him. He's feeling the heat of the UN sanctions and the pressure that's being placed on him. And maybe it means he's kind of changing his attitude a little bit.
It's been 4 months since Kim Jong Un has tested a missile. Instead, he's launched a diplomatic offensive, successfully getting both the president of South Korea and the United States to agree to meet with him. Why does President Trump want to sit down with him? What is the goal?
Well, I think the goal is indeed to try to get a verifiable denuclearization program. This has got to be something that is real and verifiable and something that they won't renege on as they did in the past.
During Kim Jong Un's surprise visit to Beijing this week, he received a very warm welcome from Chinese President Xi Jinping, a display seen by many as the two countries showing they're still close allies ahead of Kim Jong Un's spring summits. The U.S. has been trying to isolate North Korea. Did the way the Chinese welcomed Kim Jong Un here help legitimize him?
The chemistry between Kim Jong Un and the rest of the world has been terrible. The Chinese are just as fearful of these provocations as we are.
But was having Kim Jong Un here in Beijing, shaking his hand, toasting, was that helpful?
Well, remember, the Chinese are very good hosts, so I wouldn't read too much into that.
Despite rising trade tensions between the U.S. and China, the ambassador told me he thinks China will continue to enforce the international sanctions against North Korea because China does not want the North to have nuclear weapons either. Gayle?
Thank you, Ben. Tracy reporting from Beijing.